that Facebook feed, and this is going to be my live feed for the day. Hope everybody is having a great Father's Day, and I hope all of the NASCAR drivers that are dads, like Kyle Busch and Justin Allgaier and Kyle Larson and Casey Kane and Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano and all the NASCAR drivers that are parents, I hope they're all having a splendid Father's Day. And I have to say that, never take your relationship with your dads for granted. And there have been times in my life where I've taken my relationship with my dad for granted. And, you never know when they're going to be taken from you. And I remember having a feud with my dad a few years ago that in which I said that, I didn't like him. And what happened was the very next day, my dad got sick and he almost died from an infection. And if he passed away, then, those words would have haunted me for the rest of my life. So never take your relationships with your dads for granted. You know inside that they love you and they want what's best for you. And, so if anyone has a bad relationship with their dad, you do whatever you can to make up with him, because you never know when they'll be taken and then you won't have an opportunity to reconcile, So I'm very thankful for my dad, Jim Kenney, and he helped me achieve some of my dreams as a kid, like seeing one of the Whispering Giant statues by Peter Toth. And he also helped me meet my childhood hero, Jamie McMurray, a few years back, and that made me feel very good. And it was entirely set up by my dad, and that was a dream come true. I wouldn't trade my dad for any other dad in the world, and I hope it's the same with you all. So happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you so much, and when you pass away and when I pass away, the first thing I'm going to do is look for you when I'm up with God, and I won't stop looking until I find you. All right. In other news, as all my racing friends know today, Ross Chastain won the race pretty much. He won the race flat out, and it's kind of disappointing because Ross Chastain, about an hour later, he was disqualified for cheating. It turns out that his car had been illegal, so he was credited with leading the final lap, but he was sent all the way to the back of the field in the results. And the new winner is now Brett Moffitt, and it's kind of surprising, but that's what you get for cheating. And I'm glad NASCAR took a stand, because if they didn't, then everybody would cheat. So, hopefully Ross Chastain and his team learns from this, and hopefully they don't do something as serious and stupid as this again, because they're the first team since like the 90s to be disqualified post-race after winning the race. There's going to be an appeal, as there was in 1981 at Indy with Bobby Unser and Mario Andretti. But, most NASCAR appeals are clear and they're usually denied because you can't justify cheating. So chances are it's going to be denied. And then the thing about the appeal system for DQs now is you only get one chance to appeal. There's not a final appeals officer and there's not a Supreme Court, So chances are it's going to be upheld, and Brett Moffitt is going to be the first driver this year that won the race without ever leading a single lap in the entire event, which is very unusual and funny. But, if the first car is illegal and if they're found to have cheated, then that's basically what happens. The second car should win the race because they're the first legal car. Hopefully Nice Motorsports learns from this, although they probably won't because they're appealing, but you know what I mean. Hopefully they learn it behind the scenes and don't do it again. All right. Happy Father's Day, everyone, and God bless.